I think that being Mystic there actually...
Works?
I mean, it helped us convince her to kill... I mean, we could have probably had her kill Gretchen because she knew that Gretchen was infected.
Mm-hmm.
But to impress upon them that it was their brood, and then to also get Duke to give up the chicken, because if he tried shooting them, they were all around us.
Yep.
We could have died then and there. But yeah. Thanks for taking me home, Duke.
Anytime, but Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, what were those things?
I have no idea. I've never heard of anything like them, but I've got a ton of footage. Nothing really clear, but it's a start.
Huh. I better go and check in with Bo. He'll be worrying about me. You and your friends stay safe. Looks like those things didn't follow us, but, well, no point in talking about the butts. Just look out for yourselves. Just say take care, Duke. We'll figure it out.
Wait, are we gonna sleep over at her house, or are we?
Or
how are we
we
gonna
could
get
walk
home?
back.
We can't walk back in the middle of the night.
See what happens.
Ah.
I don't think this game does romance.
Because otherwise we can
Let's
have
just
him
do
take
take
us
care,
home.
Duke. I mean,
This might give us an opportunity to talk with him a little bit more.
yeah,
or we
but also
with...
talk to Stella, who just shot her dog.
No, that's true. Take care, Duke.
Take care, Duke. Uh-huh.
And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, but with no one but Stella in sight. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Now that you're back in town, you must finally have reception again. Oh, a bunch of Tabitha, missed call, missed call, missed call. Where are you? Where the hell did you go? Yeah, that one. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages.
Probably text her that you're okay.
Sure. You text Tabitha back and let her know that you're okay. Your message sits unread. So...
Probably yikes. Tabitha's been blowing up my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Tabitha's been blowing up my phone.
I guess she must be worried about you. Oh, God. What a mess this night's been. Yeah, sorry about Gretchen.
Yeah. I'm so sorry about Gretchen.
There's nothing we could have done. I just have to accept what's happened and move on. She was 17 after all. It's not like we had many years left. But why did it have to happen like that? Probably...
Not your fault
it's
or
my
it's my fault. Yeah.
Or, yeah, it's not your fault or it's my fault.
Yeah.
Let's do it's my fault.
It's my fault. I should have grabbed her.
Godfrey Amsterdam, you were in an impossible situation and you made a difficult choice. It's done. And I'm not going to hold that against you. Neither of us need to go back and relive that moment.
What do you make of everything we saw?
I don't know. I haven't seen or read anything like this. Although, maybe. We've got to find out more about those things. The library doesn't open up for a while, so any real research will have to wait until the morning. That being said, there is someone in town who might have some useful information. Her place isn't far. We should head over there now before it gets any later. So let's do it. I mean, or should check in on Tabitha.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Cool. Let's go. The general store. This must be where Stella's friend Kanika lives. I hope she's still awake.
Joffrey Amsterdam.
Jesus. You and Stella turn to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. It looks like they're covered in blood and they might be wearing one of the mining jackets.
Maybe. Welcome home.
Mystical. Whoever this is, its presence has chilled you to your soul. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. A middle-aged woman stands in the entryway.
Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight.
You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night.
I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this?
Oh, hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Joffrey. Is it Joffrey or Goffrey? It's
Goffrey.
We're doing Goffrey. I keep messing it up. I thought you messed it up too.
Maybe.
This is Goffrey Amsterdam. Is it okay if we come in? You and Mrs. Forsyth briefly lock eyes. So blinding and overpowering is her aura that just looking at her feels like staring directly into the sun. Her gaze pierces entirely through you, and in that moment, you feel wholly known. And then, as the moment passes, and you see only the middle-aged woman before you.
Of course, you're in luck. I just put out water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. I'm an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook.
Tea is life.
Mm-hmm. Tea.
Oh, it's a mixed family. I like those portraits.
I like just all of the herbs that she has around too, and plant life. And look, she has fossils, some crystals and stuff. And a bunch of... These look like she's categorizing a bunch of specimens.
Yeah.
Maybe dried specimens and stuff.
It's finally nice to meet you, Goffrey Amsterdam. I was so sorry to hear about your mother.
I just want to point at the family photo for a second.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that's Kanika. She's got angry eyebrows. Like everybody else looks...
No. The daughter. Yeah, you're right.
I'm pretty sure that's Kanika. She's just got angry brows in the back.
She
great.
is angry.
Like everybody else is just kind of like bland or happy, and they're just there, and Kanika's like, no!
Unfortunately, I assume he's passed away or
Probably.
something with the flowers.
Possibly coal miner.
Yeah. Do you know what this reminds me of? I mean, it reminds me of pretty much every mining horror thing that we've ever seen, but remember the game that we had played for Halloween a long time ago with the Wendigos?
Yeah.
Because there was that.
Until Dawn?
Until Dawn, because that was the miners got trapped.
This is a nice
underground
midpoint between Until Dawn and Night in the Woods, and I'm really liking it. Because Until Dawn was too dramatic, and...
Also, you hated all the teen
Yeah.
drama.
Whereas Night in the Woods was too much small-town drama. This has both in a really good way.
Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed here in the Hollow. And now, poor Perlan is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town.
Offer Sybil your royal peanuts. Who was it outside? You knew my mom? Did you know that my mom died? I never met Perlan. Okay.
Let's start with the who is that outside? Who was that outside?
Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him.
Oh. Like, that doesn't pique our interest. Really? How about this?
You knew my mom.
Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth.
Look at that wink. Unsavory.
Unsavory.
How do you...
Every time you mouse over the offer Sybil your boiled peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
In retrospect, what we should have been doing this entire time is saving every single time we have the opportunity to hand somebody peanuts. And then we do it, and then we use time powers.
Just to see what the reaction would be.
I almost feel like that
We're
needs
gonna
to be a
carry with
meme
this
in a
with us
D&D
the entire
campaign.
game, and it's gonna be the linchpin that saves us. I don't know.
How did you know that she died?
Oh, Perlan was a chatty woman. How much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of? Bless her heart.
I've never met Perlan. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about the woman.
Wait, what? That's not what we wanted to say about Perlan. I just said that we've never met Perlan.
Huh?
That's fair, child, but it seemed like the right thing to do. Okay, so we need your help. Or remain silent.
Let's remain silent. Let's let her do it.
Sybil reaches over and pats your hand delicately. Hers feels like soft parchment paper, dry but soothing.
Now, what's got you here so late, you two? You seem troubled.
You know that weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff?
I'm not sure I do follow, dear. I know which oils to use for which aches. I know a bit about classical spiritualism, but just what sort of unexplainable things are you looking after or talking about?
You ran into some creatures out in the woods. These things. I don't even know how to describe them.
You have a video camera.
I can't say I know much about local wildlife. My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I.
This wasn't the local wildlife, Mrs. Forsyth. Here, I can show you. Stella puts out her camera and tilts the screen towards Sybil.
Ah, one of your little videos. Where was this?
Up in the mountain, to the northwest.
Oh, the tea is starting to go.
Within the town limits. Yes.
I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger? Louder if you can. Is she wondering what they're saying? She specifically...
Oh, she might be able to understand them.
She might be able to understand them, but also she noticed that she said specifically, are they within the city limits? Is there something about this town that's supposed to be protected?
Yeah, maybe.
But why is this happening after the death of the daughters? Is it something to do with the Scarlet family?
That's an interesting question.
And considering that there's something about Goffrey and potentially Tabitha, are these things something that only the Scarlets can handle, or are the Scarlets responsible for this? Because it's possible they could be vengeful spirits from dead miners or a host of other things, but who knows? Oops, maybe we let the tea go too long. I need to plug in a memory card into your computer. I could go back and get mine.
Oh, no need. Kaniko should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You'd better come with Stella. I'm sure that she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kanika, come out. We could use a little help.
Mom, what? What, Mom? Oh. It's Stella. Hey, Stella. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house?
Boiled peanuts.
Offer her your boiled peanuts.
I love that as an option.
So I would say probably Stella with her video and something terrible happened.
Nah. We're a weirdo. Hi, I'm Joffrey Amsterdam.
See, you're saying Joffrey.
We are unflappable.
Goffrey.
I am Goffrey Amsterdam. You're right.
I mean, if you want to say Joffrey, that's okay. I suppose it can be spelled...
It's both.
Yeah.
It is Yarf.
I do like saying Joffrey more than Goffrey.
Yeah, I
admit.
guess. Hi, I'm Godfrey Amsterdam.
Tabitha's cousin?
Yep.
Sweetie, we were wondering if you could borrow your laptop. Oh, Stella and her friend have a video to show us.
It's really important, Kanika.
Oh, okay.
My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. There's a lot of dead and sick animals in the recording. You know I have a harder stomach than any of your friends. I'm pressing play. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? Did you film it? Was that Gretchen at the end there? Oh, she has a Sailor Moon shirt. Do you see that?
Yeah.
She's the one named Sailor
It's
Moon.
cute that is just Sailor Moon, but I kind of wish it was one of those like classic video game knockoff things instead. So instead of Sailor Moon, it was Sailor Man, and it's just like some really beefy dudes, but still in the sailor outfits. Like, you know when you play a game and they have like knockoffs of modern, so instead of Pepsi it would be Popsy? I don't know. I always look for those, and so seeing something that's actually just real life, I'm like, no, you had the opportunity for dumb things. Why would you go real? Anyway.
Oh, where it would be Sailor something else?
Well, I was saying Sailor Man, so it's just a bunch of burly dudes, but in the sailor outfits.
Oh, I see what you mean. Stella, where's Gretchen? Probably say nothing.
Yeah, say nothing.
You decide not to cut in on Stella's behalf. Stella, I'm so sorry. It's okay. I'm fine. I just want to know I just want to know what did this to her. Unfortunately, if these creatures are what I think they are, what happened to Gretchen is but the start of something far more sinister. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Mom, come on, this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Joffrey Hamsterdam with this Taily-Po crap. Taily-Po? Like Taily poems or Taily...
No idea. I'll look it up.
Tales? She just lost her dog. Have some respect.
Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk.
Taily-Po is a creature of North American folklore, particularly in Appalachia.
I see.
It's short for tailybone, or tailbones.
Why, are they tiny little worm things, or do they have little tails?
They're effectively scary folklore stories from Appalachian.
The creatures themselves are harmless to people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. But just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see one is to be cursed by fate. To see so many in one place is... Sybil holds her silenced.
Jesus, Mom, they've clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. We can't rule that out. Not after what we saw. But, fine. Let's focus on what we do know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw that nest. What were those growths? Maybe they're making more of themselves?
Yeah, I was gonna go with that. Maybe they're making more of themselves.
Yeah. Maybe what we're seeing is some sort of parasitic larval stage, part of their life cycle. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something this out there. Not without doing some research and talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all of this up.
Oh dear. I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put up. Oh, let me fix you up a couple of cups and it'll help soothe your nerves.
I don't know. It's getting late, and I should let Joffrey Amsterdam get some rest. I ran him ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror.
I would say top one. I can stay out. I'm still wired from everything that happened.
Okay, well, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you call them?
That's right. You go on home now and I'll try to get some rest. Try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul.
Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk.
Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya.
Bye, Joffrey Amsterdam.
Okay, if the weird sick man meets us outside again, we give him the peanuts.
We go.
It's excellent, iced or warm. Though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Help wake up the old bones.
Oh, did you hear that? A squeal?
Oh, be careful out there, both of you.
Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. Alrighty, let's head back home. My home, I mean. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. So head back before Tabitha has a conniption. Head back and tell her I need some time alone. Hell yeah, sleepover. Terrified of being alone. Or I'm terrified of seeing Tabitha or not.
I mean, to be honest...
I'm pretty sure if we want to go back to Tabitha, that she's going to say, oh, you can't be out here so late with those creatures about.
Yeah, it could be that. Or, hell yeah, sleepover because the mansion is terrible. I'm a solid 50-50 on this one. I feel like it would be worth checking in on Tabitha, especially because she's going to be just doing research.
Yeah, but we could be in on the research.
It's true. You want to save? This seems like a good branching point.
So the thing is, if we go back to Tabitha, we run the risk of being caught alone on the road or in town. If we stay here, Tabitha is going to see us in the morning and go, oh, you know, you just slept over at my best friend's house or my former best friend's house. And then it's like, oh no, drama off the bat.
I wouldn't say former best friends. They were barely friends, period.
Oh, they were barely friends?
Yeah, plus also they're cousins. I don't think she'd be that possessive.
No, I suppose she... But still, you know, it would be kind of gross if your cousin
She just wanted
came...
us out of the way.
No, she did want us out of the way. I mean, you did say that you were safe, but you didn't tell her where you were. I wish we had the option to call Tabitha and leave a message.
Up to you.
Thanks, I'm terrified of seeing Tabitha.
I like hell yeah sleepover.
Hell, really?
I don't know. Levity? Hell yeah, it's been so long since I had an honest-to-God sleepover.
Awesome. But if I'm being honest, not being alone tonight is a weight off of my chest. And it doesn't take long for Stella to fix up the guest room for you. While it's certainly smaller than its counterpart at the estate, it's far better cared for. Oh, look at that. Is that like a wedding picture with her parents?
Possibly, yeah.
That might be. And a homemade quilt. Make yourself at home. So, who was that guy outside of Sybil's? Are you okay with what happened to Gretchen? Why don't we ask about the Sybil's? Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mystical.
Who's that guy outside of Sybil's? There's something about his presence that chilled me to my soul.
Wayne? I haven't really gotten to know the guy. I think he works in the mine. It might be worth looking into him. You didn't have to do this, probably.
Yeah. You know you didn't have to do all this, right?
You don't have to worry about that. I'm glad the guest room is finally getting some use. Probably Gretchen.
Are you gonna be okay after all that happened with...
I'll be okay, Joffrey Amsterdam. But I don't want to talk about it right now.
What do you make of all of this?
Gosh, I don't even know where to begin. Those creatures are out there, and they're doing something horrible to the local wildlife. I know that some of the things Sybil said were a little wild, but if she is right, and they are an omen, maybe we can change things and stop whatever's brought them here before it happens.
Yeah, second one.
Yeah, probably.
Couldn't hurt to poke around town. I have the time.
Agreed.
Alright, I'm
Collapse
gonna
on
hit
your
the
bed.
hay.
Or just collapse.
Either or. Let's be polite. Alright, I'm exhausted. I think I'm gonna go pass out.
Get some rest, Joffrey Amsterdam. I'll see you in the morning. From the comfort of Stella's guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe, and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up to the normal world and have a relaxing week in the mountains with a new friend. It's a nice thought. But deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. From behind closed doors, you can faintly hear the sounds of quiet sobs. Oh. This is animated, isn't it? Oh!
This might be the end of episode 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
I mean, that would explain the animation. So those are the eyes in the forest, the miner.
So fun
1820.
fact about this game. All of the hatching you're seeing is hand-drawn.
Mm-hmm.
On, I think it was 14 by 27 pieces of paper.
Oh, this is all done on paper.
Yep.
Not digital.
I think this might be 3D.
Well, some of this is 3D with 2D. Oh, is that Wayne? He's vomiting blood or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, alpacas. What's that hole in the hill? Little eyes inside. And pumpkin.
Oh, this makes sense.
The mine.
No. There's 7 episodes total. It's a whole week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, this is the mansion. Was that a figure flitting down the hall? Also, why are there so many locks on that door?
And scratch marks?
Yeah, scratch marks underneath. Is something being kept in there that has to be pushed in every single time? Who's in there?
Dunno.
Scarlet Hollow. This is the end of episode 1. You can back the game on Kickstarter and get a discounted key for the rest of the game through the month of October.
Yep.
If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now.
So, yes, this is a Kickstarter game. I'll have mentioned that in the outro of the first episode when I do that in post. But so, episode 2 is expected sometime next year. Early next year, I think it was.
Oh, next year? Ah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. But that's okay. I kind of have this distaste for early access games, but I'd be fine with an episodic game, 3 hours every couple of months with a new update. I'd be fine with that. At least in this case.
Or I wouldn't mind if they were able to craft a couple of episodes, and then what you do is they stagger it for once a month or once a week. If they have enough of it prepared.
Maybe.
In advance.
I don't know. One way or another, I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I normally am pretty tepid on horror games because they're not that interesting.
And because this is so short, we could go back and see what other options were, because would we have found the locked door if we had explored other parts of the house?
Correct. I know there's a bunch of different options, and to some degree I think that would be kind of fun to take a look at.
Also, yeah, if we had jumped for Gretchen, would the creatures have killed Duke or just taken the chicken? Would we have escaped? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm really curious, because apparently there's a fair bit of deviation. It's part of the reason why I've always been really into the idea of visual novels, but always disappointed because almost all of them are just dating sims, and therefore not super interesting to me.
Or it's the illusion of choice, where everything ultimately branches back.
Yeah, and so maybe this doesn't have as much of an illusion of choice. Like, I'm thinking about straight up, what would have happened to Stella if we weren't there?
Well, did we even have the option? Oh, we did have the option to refuse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we could have demanded that we go back and not go out at all.
I think that if we refused to go out, maybe she still would have gotten
I think all of our
attacked
actions
and died.
amounted to us saving Duke at the loss of Gretchen. The Duke never would have come back.
Where if we had turned back, Duke would have died because he would have held on to Gretchen, held on to Birdie.
Yeah.
And maybe gotten killed. But because we had been able to convince him to drop Birdie.
Yeah, and if we hadn't gone with Stella at all, because I think we could have said no to that, she and Duke might have died, or she might have died and Duke might have lived. I'm really curious, and I would like to try it. That said,
I still think we got a fairly good ending. I feel so bad about Gretchen. I wonder if there was a way to save her, but I almost wonder if what really was a choice between her or Duke.
Yeah, unfortunately not the kind of thing that I would want to mess with on a live stream is the main issue.
No.
Because that would be a time investment. And also, to some degree, I kind of would prefer to do that level of, like, variation testing at the very end, once the game is fully out.
Yeah, and I'm pretty happy with what we've been able to accomplish.
Yeah. And I'm really interested in seeing what happens, because there's not just one monster. There's 3 that we know of, kind of.
Well, and also, yeah, because there's the thing behind the locked door. There's whatever's afflicting Wayne, and then there are the ditchlings.
Yeah.
But the ditchlings, the ladies seem to say that the ditchlings in and of themselves aren't dangerous to humans.
Yeah.
So much as they forebode something more vile.
Yeah.
I don't know if the something more vile is what's living in the mine, or if it's who knows. But yeah, there's definitely a family secret.
Yeah. I have no idea. Let's see. But so for those of you watching right now, oh hey. Oh, never mind. So for those of you watching right now, the game is on Kickstarter at the moment. All 7 episodes for, I think I backed it for $18. I think the early adopter has already run out, and so now it's up to 18, and it'll be 20 for the Kickstarter. I have no idea what they're going to charge for the full
only
release.
that much?
Yeah.
There aren't higher tiers?
I'm shocked they haven't, but it's I think it's at 18,000 out of 25,000 as of us recording this. I have no idea where it's going to end up, but it seems like it's going to reach its goal.
Oh, yeah.
But I liked this a lot. I thought this was really cool.
Yep.
And I can't wait for them to come out with episode 2, because, yeah, I don't do a whole lot of horror games, and this one's got me hooked.
I just realized that our cursor has kind of a clawed hand with a little
With
bone.
a bone? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a witchy finger going on there. I like it. Hey.
All right, some credits. Abby Howard, she was the one that contacted you, right?
Yep. Yeah, she seems to be. It's her and... I think
well,
it's...
there's also Tony Howard.
Yeah, I don't
Arias.
remember who the other person is. Maybe it's Tony, but it's her and one other guy that are kind of handling the studio, and everybody else is just extra.
What do you mean by just extra?
Well, not extra, but like...
They're contributing.
Yeah, they're contributing, but they're the Abby and Tony. Oh, Abby Howard and Tony Howard Arias.
Are they related? Are they together?
Maybe?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Unless it's just a coincidence that
Could
they
be a
both have Howard
coincidence,
in their
but
name.
probably not. I don't know. Anyway. This was rad. You want to click through?
Sure. And testers.
And that's it.
And there
So,
we go.
If you look at preferences,
Yes.
if we ever want to mess with it, there's skip.
After choices, transitions, unseen
and-
text. What's the unseen text?
I don't know.
Does that show you what other options would have given you, or
Maybe.
no?
And
Oh,
there's also-
rollback side.
Yeah, so I think that might have been the answer. If we
To-
wanted to go back. You want to try turning on left?
Oh, for seeing what comes before, seeing what comes. I
Yeah.
don't want to see rollbacks.
Well, I just wanted to see, do we have the ability to do it? So I think skip means it skips to the next unseen text.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
After choices.
Yeah, so we had
transitions.
rollback disabled. I guess maybe we'll just turn those on if we ever decide to try some of the other options. Because this actually truly seems like the kind of game that I would enjoy getting, like, 6 people with microphones in the same room and doing, like, a fresh playthrough where, like, maybe we've played it before, but we
No.
just pick the other options
No,
later.
I want it to be us.
I know. I've just always wanted to do, like, a visual novel with a group of people.
Mhm.
Yeah, rollback is part of the basic UI, and it's hard to set it, hard set to off. Got it. It's fine. We didn't really...
Oh, Black
Neat.
Tabby Games?
Yeah,
Oh, they're here?
yeah. Yeah, it just
Wait.
popped in at the end.
They just popped in at the end? Oh, we just finished.
It was super good.
Loved it.
Yeah. Can't wait to
That was
play episode 2.
my socks are
I
squeaking
don't
on
think
your
they can do
chair.
that.
It's so bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Not much else to say other than extreme positivity. This is cool.
Gretchen died. That's all I'll say.
Hey, answer your mysterious credit questions. We are a married couple. That's
Oh,
cute.
yay.
It's nice to... I
More
don't know.
couples.
Yeah. It's nice to work with your partner.
Mhm.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say, but thank you so much for dropping by at the end, and thank you so much for contacting me about this. Because, yeah, I mean, obviously you were flying under the radar to begin with, but might not have noticed otherwise. Sorry it took us so long to get to it. But I guess we picked a good time, seeing as the Kickstarter started today. That was just total chance. Anyway, I guess with that, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Whenever episode 2 comes out.
Yes.
Hit the Banabra.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hit the Banabra.
Looking forward to it so much.